Season 7 starts with a report from the swamp. A fishmonger told Fugan that there was a giant fish-like monster destroying his boats while he was out fishing.
Said to be haunted, hostile and harsh. A place of deep peril, a true quagmire.
He asked if there was anyone who could help with this menace.
Those who get
Slephi overheard this conversation and joyously chimed in to help.
dire.
The fishmonger was ecstatic and led Slephi to where he last seen the monster. When they arrived, Slephi could see the destruction this beast had made. From out of nowhere, the monster leapt out of the water. Slephi told the fishmonger to run while she dealt with this new monster.
Let's see how you handle this! Fuck, you're ready! I knew I could count on you.
This monster was named Juriatotus, and it was a massive one. Its skin was slimy but hardened by mud. It was difficult to get a decent hit in.
Take the fun! You kick me off now!
But eventually Slephi sliced and cut this monster down. Now the fishmonger can continue his work to prove food for the village in peace. The fight with the Juriatotus agitated another monster nearby. It was a royal Ludrith. So before Slephi could get into the village, Fugan approached her at the village gates to tell her the threat wasn't over. He told her that from this point until they figure out why the monsters are so much more aggressive and powerful to not kill them but capture them so they can study the monsters to get some answers.
You're done for! Start begging for mercy! This should do! Oh my! Doing great!
So Slephi did as she was instructed, and wore down the royal Ludrith enough to set down a shock trap and capture this beast.
You're done for! That's a pal.
It worked. It ran straight into the trap, and Slephi used some tranquilizer bombs Fugan gave her before she left. The first monster has been caught, but the research team needs more monsters to study. After doing some research on the royal Ledrith, the research team asked Slephi if they could find a monster that primarily stayed on land to test a theory. Slephi had the perfect monster in mind. Not far from where she fought the royal Ledrith, Slephi had seen a wandering Bishatin up in the trees. So she headed back out to find it, and sure enough, it was still there hanging in the trees and bamboo. So Slephi engaged and proceeded to cut this monster down. Slephi finally weakened the Bishatin enough so she placed out a pitfall trap. The Bishatin leapt straight into the trap and Slephi put it to sleep. The research team now has their new specimen to study. How many more will they need to find the answers they are looking for? The research team told Slephi after her return that they needed a large monster to study next. One of the research team members told Slephi that there was a bear recently spotted out in the desert. So after getting some rest and food to eat, Slephi gathered her gear and headed out to the desert. She made her way over to the Baroth's natural habitat, and sure enough, there it was, Slephi engaged, and the fight was on. Slephi made quick work of this beast and hastily put down a shock trap just before the Baroth charged. It ran straight into the trap and Slephi immediately put it to sleep. The research team just needs a few more test subjects to find out what is going on. Up next on the list for the research team was a QKQK. They said there was one lurking around the shrine outside the village. It didn't take Slephi long to find this foul-smelling bird monster. Slephi landed strike after strike and combo after combo, making easy work with this beast.
I knew I could count on you.
Slephi placed out a trap, and sure enough, the PK stepped directly into it, and Slephi put it down. The research team just needed one more monster to complete the tests, but this next test will be the most difficult. Capture so far.
Where is my queen? Where is my queen? I am Storm Incarnate. I will wipe the land clean. So we may meet at last in paradise unseen.
How did it go? Took care of it, did ya? Good work. Very good work, Hunter.
Hinoa? I can no longer sense its presence. Ibushi must have flown off somewhere distant.
I want to say this is the end of the rampage, but something's still bothering me.
We still don't know why Ibushi showed up. All we know is that it's looking for its queen.
That mystery remains to be solved. Minoto, tell everyone in the village that we're not out of the clear yet.
Understood, Elder Fugen.
Crawling with a mincing gait. Dressed in a white gown. Aimlessly she roams, queen without a crown. Her beloved children always by her side. Share their mother's temper and her fiery pride. Crawling with a mincing gait. dressed in a white gown. Aimlessly she roams, queen without a crown. Her beloved children always by her side, share their mother's temper and her fiery pride.